What's up, authentic fam? We're back. I'm gonna ask Nikki some questions.
Here we go.
All right, you gotta betray the sisterhood. We want answers. We want the truth.
I'll try.
All right, go ahead. Introduce yourself. What's your name? How old are you? Where you from?
I'm Nikki. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm 26 years old. What was the other question? That was it, right? I think so.
Are you single?
Yeah. And I'm happy about it. I don't want to. Huh?
So, are you single? Are you fucking around? Or are you
I'm
working on your best
focused
self?
on my work. I'm focused. I'm working out.
You're focusing on your career.
If I meet a guy that I like, okay, but I don't really make time. Like, I don't have enough time. I'd rather just work. I don't know. If it's worth my time, then I'll hang out with him.
It's funny that women say that because, like, well, how the hell are you supposed to know if you like the guy, if he's worth it, if you don't even make the time?
Well, because I'm not really looking for a boyfriend unless you're, like, super mega rich and you're going to change my life and you're young and hot.
So, in other words, you're not looking for a boyfriend. You're looking for someone to change your life.
A financial supporter. But he has to be attractive, too. Like, if he's not, then that's why I'm going to stay single and just be with whoever I want when I feel like it. Like,
well, you know the understanding of that is
what?
It's that the guy that women want doesn't look like the guy they need, because you're expecting the guy that is financially in a position to take care of another adult, because that's what it is. Let's call a spade, right? You want that guy to also be extremely attractive, in which case he would have all the options because he has both sides of the puzzle. So, okay, so what is going to make this guy say he's going to support you? That's the thing I don't understand about women's logic. It's like, I want a guy that's going to support me and take care of me. That part I can understand, right?
Yeah.
I guess we all want a free ride if we could get it. But then it's like, oh no, but I also, need him to be extremely attractive and all this. It's like, well, I understand that too. I just don't understand it being in the same person.
Yeah, it's not very common to have all those. And usually...
No, it's impossible because that person would have to be getting something in exchange.
Yeah.
Let me give me an example of what I'm trying to say. So if the guy is extremely attractive, right? Okay, I could see him being with a girl that's extremely attractive. Even though he still has options, I could somewhat kind of see maybe he might.
But there's power couples that are hot and they're exclusive to each other.
Okay, you know what a power couple means? It means that the other person is also contributing to the relationship and
yeah, but usually
the
man helps the woman grow. Like,
that's not what a power couple is, though. A power couple is two people that individually are successful and then they come together. So I think we're using the wrong term there. You just mentioned someone taking care of you.
I just mean, I guess, a hot couple. Like, he's cute, she's cute,
right.
And then he helps her grow, like, with her business or whatever dreams that she has. He helps her so she can do it. But, like, without him, she probably wouldn't be as successful without his help, is what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
You're describing like a rated R Disney fairy tale. Like an adult fairy tale is what women are describing.
I mean, I'm just saying what I've seen. Like, it's not like it has to be like that. It just depends what you're looking for, I guess. But
no, I'm talking about what women say that they want to look for, many times. When it's that, I think what's missing is that women are only looking at it from their perspective.
The thing is that if I had all my stuff together and my business and I'm making money and I'm living in my own house and I'm doing fine without a man, like, why would I want him to move in with me? Like, I'm good. Like, stay in your house. Like, and if you want to come to my house, you're going to pay for everything because I'm good.
Who said anything about him wanting to come move in with you? Why would he want to do that? You're talking about a bum.
I'm just saying, like, if he wants to have a life with me, like, get married with me, like, if you want to be in my life and me be exclusive to you, like, you need to take care of everything because what's the point of that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but what I'm saying, what you just said isn't appealing.
Yeah,
in that situation, it's like, oh, well, she has all her own money and you're successful and you have all these things. It sounds to me like you would have to be, like, working for those things. In which case, what time and energy do you have for him? So I don't really see how that's, exciting to a guy thinking about a wife.
He's just going to be sitting around and I'm, like, working and he's just following
I don't know why you're saying that. He would also be working, but that's my point. If he's always working and you're always working and you both have your own stuff, where's the time you have for him?
You can make time, just like you have time to take a shower and eat and do all the things you need to do, like, as a human being. Like, you make time,
Okay, let me ask you this. In all due respect, are you saying that from the perspective of someone that has a house, someone that has to work enough to pay a mortgage, for someone that has to pay car note, car insurance? You're not saying that from the standpoint of someone that already has that. So you can't say that. And I'm telling you I'm telling you from the experience of someone that had to maintain a house, someone who's also owned a condo, and knowing many people who have one or multiple properties. No, you don't just have this abundance of free time that you could make. Absolutely not.
I mean, like, you're gonna be
Right.
super antisocial. Like, how are you gonna have friends? Who do you talk to
No,
if
no,
you're
that's-
just always working? Like,
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if two people are doing that, that's when it becomes unrealistic for a relationship. Because it's two people that are always working and always busy. Now, if it's a wife that's home,
yeah,
right, with or without children, now whenever that husband or
yeah,
boyfriend
but there's different
has
types
time,
of people that
then-
have careers that you don't have to be at your job. Like, you could work flexibly from your phone and travel, and you guys could be together basically all the time because everything's on the computer. Like, there's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not always working. It depends what you
well,
do.
when you're on the computer, that's what you're doing. You're working.
Okay, but you can be next to each other. Like, you're still together. You
That's-
could be in Ibiza on
Sounds
the
distracting, but okay. So all right, so let me ask you this question because I've always wondered, like, so what is it that's gonna make a guy say, hey, listen, I'm handsome and I'm also rich? Because this is what you just described. You said the guy that's rich, he's gonna pay for all your stuff, and he's handsome, he's attractive, right? So what's
Yeah.
gonna make that guy ignore all his other options and focus on only you and be financially responsible for you? What's gonna make him say, hey, I'm gonna take care of you, all your expenses, and I'm
He
gonna
just has
be
to
with you?
really just like you for who you are, like, in your personality, because pretty women, there's a lot of that. And there's a lot of pretty women that have awesome personalities too. Like, but I guess you just have to hang out with each one of them and see which one you click with. Like, really, you know, if they don't really care, if she's just like a housewife, then that's what they like. Perfect. He can pick the one that he likes the most and the one that has the most chemistry. But if he likes a girl that works, then I think that's what men usually want. Like, when they have everything together and they're looking for that perfect ideal girl, they would want a hard-working girl, not one that's just going to sit around the house. So probably he would want you to have something going on with your own life, is what I'm saying, you know? Like, not just with nothing.
I don't think that at all. I think he's gonna want you to be hardworking in the house. I don't think he's gonna want you out there.
Well, I guess I would
doing-
just do the
doing-
laundry
doing
and I
something
would make
else.
sure everything in the house is taken care of. Like,
Well,
that's
just-
work. That is work.
Right,
If you
that's what
think-
I'm saying. That makes more sense. I'm
Because
just-
why would people pay a nanny? Like, I'm basically the house cleaning lady. Like, you don't have to pay for it. That is work.
you don't think there's an imbalance there? Because you're saying that personality is supposed to win him over from all these other options, but we know damn well personality isn't going to win you over.
Why?
You're not going to be with a guy just for personality.
I mean, I have been with guys just for personality.
In fact, you didn't even mention personality. You said rich and good looking.
But I like personality too. This is the
But
reason why I'm
personality is not
seeing.
going to pay your bills, is my point. And you
I
just
underst-
said that's what it takes for you to settle with one guy.
Okay, yeah, but it probably won't last that long. And if
That's
I,
my point.
But if I am with a guy just for the money, then that is exactly what it is. It's just for the money. Like, you know, if he's not attractive, if he is attractive and it's just for the money, but we don't have good personality, how long could that last? And if we are together for long, it's probably like faking it just because of the money. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, you'd be faking it. He has to pay those bills for real.
I mean, yeah, but whatever. I'd rather just not even be in that situation. That's why I'm single. I want someone that's rich, handsome, and it's a good personality. Like,
Right.
but that's like a Prince Charming.
I believe that.
that's-
I believe that. And I believe that a lot of women are doing that, and it makes no sense whatsoever, because what they're waiting on, what they're holding out for is, like I said, it's like a rated R fantasy. It's like an adult fantasy movie. Like, no, if I wait long enough, there's going to be some guy that's
Well, I'm not
handsome,
waiting. I'm good.
has good personality, and he's rich, and he's going to pay for all my stuff.
I'm not waiting for anything. I'm living my life. Like, if I find someone attractive and I want to hang out with him, I'll hang out with him. And then I'm back to my life by myself. I'm good. And then there's another one. And, like, I'm not anyone's person. Like, I'm my own person, and I'm good by myself.
Wait,
Like,
how old are you?
How old do I look?
No, I mean, you said 26 or...
Oh, there you go. So,
Okay, so 26, right. All right, so how long do you think you're going to feel that way?
I don't know. Maybe my mind will change later on. I know it's going to change. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. But right now, this is where I'm at. So,
Absolutely. And what I'm thinking is, so when you're 36,
yeah.
you think you're still going to want to just be alone doing your thing?
Of course not. I'm going to want to settle down eventually, obviously.
Right.
Especially
I heard that part a million times. The part that I don't hear from women is when they acknowledge that the things you do today determine tomorrow. So
No, I know that.
So where did this way of thinking that whenever I wake up and feel differently, I'll just address it then, I'll act accordingly then? It's like, wait, but you would have had to have been putting bricks in place.
Yeah, but that's
so
because
that
I'm choosing
when you
my
get
to have
there-
this life right now. I'm choosing this.
No,
I want my single life.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, that's not going to be conducive to what you want in the future.
I know that, but this is the future that I want right now. I'm good right now.
Well, this is the present.
Yeah, but every single second is already like the future. Actually, there is no future. It's just always present. It's always the present. You can't even talk about the future. We're in the present right now. And 10 seconds ago was the past. So, you know what I'm saying?
So it's safe to say that there isn't a plan. It's just however I feel when I get to that age.
I just wake up and that's it. Yeah, my plan is just how I live. Like, the destiny will figure itself out.
That is amazing that women like think that they could live that way. Like,
what's the problem?
Like, because you would say like, oh, it must be nice. Yeah, it's nice in the present. It's not going to be nice later, because then you're going to be like, oh, I should have, and you can't say, oh, you know what? Let me fix it now, because it's too late. Like,
I guess
it's the things you would have had to have done.
Yeah, but I know I can do better things. I'm just, sometimes you talk stuff, but doesn't mean that you're actually going to go about what you're saying. This is just for the sake of...
As far as securing a man, and I guess you're not going to agree, because for whatever reason, women think that what men think in general doesn't matter, which is weird, because you need the men to comply to what it is that you're going to want. But I'm telling you, and this comes from talking to hundreds of men over the past decade, guys in their mind, especially the ones that are in a position to have options and to make decisions like that, they already have it fixed in their head, an expiration date. So in their mind, they're already like, if I'm going to settle down with a woman, she's going to be, relatively within this age. And that age tends to be like, where you are
30.
now. Where you are now, it tends to be that age.
Yeah, because nobody wants a 30-year-old.
24 to 26 tends to be that age.
Yeah.
Because you're repeating what so many women say, and it's lacking investment. It's like they're basically saying, oh, this is the guy I want, and it's whenever I want him. Whenever I feel like wanting him, that's when I'll think about it or care about it. But what they're missing is the time and when they would make an investment, and that investment would be in youth. Whereas the guy, the moment he commits, that's when he's starting to really make that investment. So let's say hypothetically you meet a guy right now. Now would be your time to be convincing this guy to make the biggest mistake of his life, which is probably to marry you. But now is when you would be investing whatever it is you would need to do to make him make that decision now. Once he makes that decision, now you got him, because now that investment comes. Now your names are joint. So now he's responsible for you financially. Now he has to pay the mortgage. He has to pay this. He has to pay that. You need something, he has to pay it. You got some medical shit going on, he has to pay it. You get pregnant, he has to pay it.
Yeah, I just like my freedom,
And listen what I'm trying to say. And as time goes forward, what he's getting for his investment is the ever-aging you. That's what he's investing in. Now, whether or not that's a smart investment, that's a whole nother argument. The point I'm making is his investment is like physical, it's tangible. You can fucking look at it on paper, it has zeros behind it. That's his investment. And what he's getting is the aging you. Now, so what was your investment? And I think that's
my company.
I think that's the part that women are missing.
Company.
Your investment was being
my time, my company,
being young and beautiful, and somehow getting this guy to fall in love with you.
No, you talk so much. My company, my time, my presence is my investment. And like I said, I would be cleaning the house and doing things that you would probably have to pay for if you didn't have me. So that counts.
No, that's not the investment. That's the payoff. You cleaning the house and taking care of the house, think about it. If you're cleaning and taking care of the house, that means the house already exists and it's already in your possession. That's not the investment you're making. That's the payoff. That's you saying, hey, you pay the mortgage, you pay all the bills, so I'm keeping the house clean, baby. Keeping the house clean, babe.
Okay, but that's another expense that you would have. You would have to hire a cleaning lady, and now you're getting it for free.
He's not getting it for free, and I'm telling you right now, a cleaning lady is cheaper than a wife. Have you been married to a woman? No, I'm asking you a serious question. Have you been married to a woman?
No.
Okay, I have. Have you hired a cleaning lady?
My mom did.
Okay, well, I have. And I'm telling you right now, you cannot compare those two things. It's funny that women even say that. Because if that's the comparison you want to make, the comparison the guys would rather make is hiring an escort versus maintaining a girlfriend. So if you really want to play that game... You're right.
You got me real good.
He can hire some old lady that doesn't speak English to clean his house for $40 a week. And he can go hire an escort for $300 an hour, and she'd be a good one. that's still less than maintaining a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
So I definitely don't think we want to play that game, because at the end of the day, almost everything a man gets from a woman, someone is selling that. Even if you wanted to have children, there's surrogates. There's someone selling that service. Now, what women get from men, you cannot buy. You can't pay someone to pay your bills.
Yeah.
Do you see how that's an oxymoron? You're going to
Yeah.
pay them to pay your bills?
Yeah.
And you can't pay someone to go die for you, and you can't pay someone to love you.
Nope.
So
That doesn't. Why is it true?
yeah, that's a non-deal right there. But all right, but I feel where you're coming from. Rich and handsome. That's what we're waiting on.
Rich, handsome, and good personality.
All right, give me your Instagram so they can all hit you up. They're gonna be like, I'm rich. They're gonna be like, I make.
Oh,
I
my
make-
Instagram's a little complicated, so I have to spell it out. But it's Nikki.MariePR. So it's NIKII.MARIIEPR. NikkiMarie.PR. No, I said it wrong. Nikki.MariePR.
I'm already lost.
Let's just have him type it somewhere, and
Yeah, I'll put it-
he'll put
yeah,
it. Yeah,
I'll-
I got lost in my own spelling it out.
I'll put it in the description or whatever. Okay. All right. So, in your opinion, do women need men?
No, we don't need them,
Mhm.
but it's easier with them. Like they make life easy. Well, no, let me not say they make life easier because they give headaches too. But like, you know, with anyone, like two people, you can get a lot more done in life, like than just one. Like it's a helpful, you know. It doesn't have to be a man or a woman. It could be woman, man, man. Two people together is like just easier.
Well, two women together is the most chaotic relationship statistically speaking. But all right, so you're saying you're an advocate for cooperating? That's what you're saying? You're willing to cooperate with a guy?
I mean, yeah, it depends who it is and how he treats me, you know? Like I said, personality is everything. Like, chemistry is everything. How you talk to me, like, all that stuff.
Sounds like a lot of ass kissing.
It's not a lot of ass kissing. Like,
That sounds like to me.
it is not a lot. I am very no filter. Like,
I think you're difficult.
I'm not difficult. I'm straight up. Like, I'm an Aries. I don't know. I'll let you know everything about me the same day I meet you. And if you don't like it, then we just saved 10 years of a shitty relationship that you could have discovered. Like, it's just better that way, I think.
So you're basically saying that you're not willing to change, make any adjustments,
I could make
any compromises,
adjustments to a certain extent, but the way that I am is never going to change. Like, that's always going to come out at some point. So I can always, it just depends what you're asking me to change. You would have to be more specific.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to help the guys out. Like, so describe how you need to be treated in order to cooperate. Because I don't know. For me, the selective femininity and the selective cooperation, I find it funny. I think it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept, to be honest with you. It really is. Because it's like once a guy decides that, all right, listen, okay, I'll be your boyfriend or whatever, he already understands there's certain things that aren't like negotiable or selective. He can't just be like, I don't feel like protecting you today. I don't feel like it. Today I don't feel like paying for the date. Maybe tomorrow. Pay the bills? You get this month. I'll get next month. Like, what the fuck?
No, that does not fly with me.
But women love to say shit like, well, for the certain guy, I'll be feminine. For a certain guy, I'll be cooperative. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the guy that you agreed to be his girlfriend. That's what I'm talking about. So in other words, you would agree to be a guy's girlfriend, but yet still be on the fence about cooperation? What the fuck?
I guess.
This is something I used to say to my ex all the time. Like, listen, you don't decide whether or not you listen to me. You decide whether or not you're with me. You decide whether or not you're with a guy. You don't decide whether or not you respect him, you cooperate with him, you're submissive to him. All that type of shit is non-negotiable once you agree to be in that relationship. That's what comes with it. Which is why I tell guys all the time, you have to have this discussion. Guys should never be the one that wants to suggest commitment first. As a guy, you do not want to bring that shit up. You let the girl be the one pushing for commitment in a relationship, and when she pushes for that, that's when you say, all right, listen, we need to talk. Because you're saying you're asking me where this is going, and what am I going to do with you, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, sounds to me like you're talking about fucking commitment and boyfriend and girlfriend and shit. Now, we're already fucking. We're already having a good time with that. You know, we're hanging out. We're enjoying each other's company. If you want to take it to that next level, okay, this is what I'm going to need. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with relationships nowadays is that the women don't have to be direct. about what gains the guy access to sex. They don't have to be direct at all. The guy can like try to, kiss him, try to do this, and if she doesn't stop the guy, I guess she's basically saying, yeah, we can go there. Right? So it doesn't have to be like spelt out.
Yeah.
But when it comes to commitment, guys, stop coasting into fucking relationships the way you coast into vagina. You see what I'm trying to say? If the girl doesn't stop you, she doesn't, object, then yeah, you can sleep with her. Good job. But that's not the way you want to go about the commitment part. You don't want her to just kind of be like, so where's this going? You'd be like, okay, I'll be your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And so now you've never clearly discussed an understanding of what a girlfriend looks like to you. So now when she's doing certain things that are out of the box, you can't put her back in the box now because you didn't tell her ahead of time, hey, before I commit to you, just know that I'm not going to be doing this. You're not going to be doing this to me. If I need you to do this, you're going to do this.
Yeah, that's
you
the
need
way
to
it should
cooperate.
be.
You need to respect me. You see?
And then you decide, is that for you or not?
Right. So when she wants to go hang out with her friends and she does or doesn't ask you, either way, it's a situation now because you didn't say that ahead of time.
Exactly.
Like with you especially, I know that would have to be a conversation because she likes to go out. She likes to hang out with her friends. She likes to drink. So now if she's in a relationship with a guy now, a new relationship, and now he's uncomfortable with her going out, that's not her fault.
Yeah,
that's his fault because he didn't have that discussion with you ahead of time and be like, hey, listen, girlfriends of mine don't do these things. Right? And if she has a bunch of guy friends and all this other stuff, how is that her fault when those guy friends existed before the boyfriend?
I'm not going to change hanging out with my guy friends and the people that just because I have a boyfriend. Like, if you feel that way, like it's so insecure that I'm around guys and you just don't trust me and you're insecure, like...
we're using the wrong terminology, but I know you're used to it because that's what women are taught. They're taught that whenever they want their way, they can just put some shaming in the language. Just sprinkle some shame in the language.
I'm not using the wrong terminology. I know what the hell I meant to say. If you didn't understand it or interpret it right, then that's your problem.
It's not about me misinterpreting it. It's about women say that, and that's not necessarily where the guy's coming from. That's just the way that they like to word it so that the shame is on the guy.
It's not shaming anyone. I'm just saying what I want to say.
Just let me finish. It'll be educational for everybody. There are plenty of guys out there that are nowhere near insecure about your friends. It has nothing to do with them being insecure. In fact, I don't want my woman hanging out with her female friends extensively. Yes, to an extent, obviously, spend time with your friends, but there's no way that your friends are taking precedent over me. Hold on.
I'm listening. Damn, don't argue with me now.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just,
yeah, you are.
Let me make the point and you'll get it, and you can or
I already understand the point.
You may care or may not care. But what I'm saying is if I'm in a relationship with a woman, no, you're not going to prioritize your friends. Because your friends don't pay your fucking bills. Your friends aren't going to jump in front of a speeding car to save you. Your friends aren't going to be there to solve your problems. You're going to look to your man for that. So you have to have that layer of respect, and there has to be that understanding. The same way a woman does not expect a guy to put his friends before her. No woman expects a guy to put his friends before her. But yet women think that they could still put their friends before the guy. They put their dog before the guy, right? So now back to the insecure thing. That can go both ways. I'm not insecure about your female friends, but if we're in a relationship, they're no longer your priority. Well, guess what? Neither are your gay friends and neither are your guy friends. And it has nothing to do with me being insecure. If they were something to be threatened by, then they wouldn't be your friends. They'd be some dude you're nailing. They'd be some dude that's nailing you. So the mere fact that they're your guy friend makes them no threat anyhow. So you can't just throw that around. Oh, he's insecure. The same thing when a woman makes great money. She makes really good money and she owns her own stuff. Oh, he's just insecure. He's just intimidated by a strong, independent woman. No, that's not what it is at all. It could very well be he doesn't like that attitude. And number two, he doesn't like the fact that you're prioritizing your career over him. So it's not insecurity.
And that's not a problem if she wants to do that. You just have to decide this is not the woman for me.
Right, that's my point. So if you have this conversation, guys, in the right time frame, which is before you commit to her, you can flesh all these things out. And the moment you tell me, hey, listen, I'm not going to change and I'm not going to stop hanging out with my friends, I say, good, then we can continue to be hooking up or we cannot. But I'm not going to go further than just sleeping with you when you're already telling me that you're not going to change these things. So you're asking me to change the level of our relationship, but you're not going to change the level of your interaction and behavior. So it's just common sense is all I'm saying. And the issue, again, is not the fault of the women. It's the fault of the men for not having said conversation and just having it understood. And I'm telling you right now, guys, that's a good conversation to have whether you do or don't want to commit to the girl. Because a lot of times the guys don't want to commit to the girl, but they don't know how to say that without offending her and without getting denied access to sex anymore. So this is actually a great way to address it if you don't want to commit, because you already know in your head that she might potentially say something similar to what you're saying, which is, oh no, I'm not going to stop going out, I'm not going to stop hanging out with my friends, I'm not going to stop with my guy friends. And you could be like, okay, cool, then we can just continue hooking up, and you can continue hanging out with your friends. Simple as that. You can go get drunk with your friends and then come over, let me beat it up, and then you can go back to your house or stay over. It's all good. Either way, I'm not your man, you're not my girl, right?
Right.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right, guys. So just discuss that ahead of time. And with the climate nowadays, you might also want to get approved for sex, too. You might want to get that in writing.
Approved?
No, I'm just saying you might need receipts. Somebody might accuse you of something, and then you're like,
oh, God.
There's no way to prove it, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So a couple of, text messages, a couple of nudes, and some I really want to see yous might save your ass in court.
Yeah. He knows what he's talking about.
No. I'm good.
Okay.
Fortunately, I haven't had to worry about it.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some guys, it might be an issue. Right. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one, because
yeah. Because of what?
Because she's overdue for a drink. All right.
I'm not overdue for a drink.
It's been too long.
Just haven't slept enough. I need to go to bed. But anyways, yeah, good talk.